What a night. Absolutely insane night of racing. Lots of crashes, lots of broken cars. I don't even know what to say about it all. I ended up drawing a 4, put me second row, heat 1. I finished second place. Did pretty good, car felt awesome. Alex went out in the heat right after me. And I think it was his second lap in or so. Car got loose in front of him. He moved to about mid-track to avoid him and met with a car that was passing him on the inside. Clipped the front left. Really got the fender good. Really caved it in back here. Got around to turn 4 and there was a car up track from him that came down into him really hard on his right front. It ended up knocking his camber out really bad, which takes the toe along with it, so his tire is towed way in, and it ended up snapping this axle off on the inside. The axle cup stayed intact, the axle shaft stayed in it, but it is no longer connected with the wheel. And since we run welded diffs, it was only pulling his left front wheel, and as he was coming down the straight, it kind of pulled him hard to the left, so he dove into the infield and hit the brakes, and that very, very sloppy grass is like an ice arena, and he just slid and slid and slid, and without being able to steer because his toe and everything being way out of whack, went straight into the light pole. Really had no control over any of that. He hit pretty hard. It really caved in our push bar. We pulled out his crash bar with the winch because it was pressed against the radiator. The fans are squashed against the intake. Frame horn's bent up. Really buckled right there. That mount's not straight anymore. Bowed the floor in there just a little bit. We're not so sure if we're going to keep this chassis or not. There's a lot of things that aren't really square any longer. So I'm not sure if this car is going to drive straight ever again. I think tentatively the plan is to pull this drivetrain out and put it in that car back there, which is nearly ready. We'll see if we get that done by next week. Doesn't look horrible, but I don't have a whole lot of confidence in this one, so we'll see what happens. I ended up pulling into first place by some miracle and did several laps in the feature race. Try my best to hold off Gary Witt, which is a very difficult thing to do, until my right front hub shattered. Axle broke, hub broke, into the infield I went. I guess that's racing. Technically speaking, we brought home 2 cars. There's a lot of people out there yesterday that basically towed home completely totaled cars. So I guess I can count my blessings there. A lot of work to do in 7 days.